Hello, everyone. Welcome back to French Fries and Feelings. I am Justine,
And I'm Natasha.
and we love French fries, and we sometimes love feelings. Maybe. Sure. There you go. Natasha, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well.
Do tell.
So I don't know if you remember, like 2 months now from our first episode of this year.
The one about the holidays?
Yes.
Yes.
When I had mentioned that I was looking into BetterHelp.
Yes.
So I did that. Please. I did that. I had an amazing therapist. I did the chat because that was best for me.
Okay.
And she was very good with that. And I did that for 2 months. And I'm saying past tense because, it came to an end. Mutual ending, because even she was just like, you're hitting all your goals. You seem a lot better from the beginning till now. So we decided to part ways. However, if I ever choose to go back, she's my go-to girl. But it was a very good experience.
Okay.
Would I do it like a face-to-face kind of thing? Maybe next time, but the chat thing definitely did work for me. But it was kind of surreal. I don't know if that's the right word I want to say, but I'm going to go with that word.
Okay.
At the very beginning when I was doing like the intake and doing like the PHQ-9 and all that stuff, and I was just like, dude, this is what I do to my clients. Yeah. And now I'm filling out this paperwork. So that kind of was like, ooh, what are we about to get into right now?
It feels like you're on the opposite side of the street.
Yeah.
Like you're so used to being the person that does the work.
Yes.
And now you're the one that's answering the question.
Yeah. Yeah. So doing that was just like, damn, what's going on? But I did make it a point, because you have to like fill out like a survey or whatever, for the type of therapist that you want to work with.
Okay.
So I did make it a point that I did want a female, Black or Latina therapist. So I was paired with a Latina therapist who's been in the game for like 25 years or so.
Shout out to Black and Latina therapists.
Yes. And initially, like the very first one, I was just like, like I knew myself that I was being guarded and I was trying very hard not to be that person. And she just made me feel so at ease. And she was just like, listen, you're running the show. Like I'm playing off of you. Like whatever you want to talk about, I'm here. And it was just real chill after that. It was just like talking to one of my girls, and a lot of the stuff we discussed, it was just like everyday things, but it was just like she made me see it in a different fashion that I was just like, damn, like I literally never thought of it that way. Gave me like some journal entry stuff to do, which is great because I love to journal, so that was easy for me. She checked in like even on the weekends.
Hell yeah, we
just
love
like,
checking.
Hey, how you doing? Just wanna see what's going on. And she was just like very understanding. Like there was something, I forget what it was that happened, that I was just like, with the way that our world is right now, like I'm feeling a type of way. And she's like, me too.
Because she also has to pay $80 for some eggs.
Yeah. But it was just like, oh, okay, so you're feeling it too. And she was like, no, I get it. And she's like, I think we're in the same boat because we're in similar fields. We're dealing with, clients, so I get it. I get it. But yeah, like dealing with that. And it was just like, since ending with her, I've taken like her words into consideration, and like, I'm just out here. I'm just living. Like, there's no point in stressing shit. Like, I'm just doing me, and that's about it.
That's all you can do.
Yeah. So get help if you need it.
Sponsored by BetterHelp. I'm glad that you actually did it, because we spoke about it 2 episodes ago, and you seemed a little hesitant. But then, so you said that you felt a little on guard in the beginning.
Yes.
Why?
Because I didn't know what to expect. Like, honestly, like filling out the PHQ-9 and all that stuff, like I put myself in like my client's shoes, and it was just like, damn, if this is how they feel, then I do my best to approach them in a certain way where they don't feel judged or intimidated or anything like that.
Which is important.
And as soon as I was filling out those forms, it was like I instantly felt that way without even having someone in front of me asking me those questions. So I was like, if I feel like that, just filling it out myself, I could imagine how my clients feel front facing with me asking them. So I think that's what kicked in that first time. And then after like that first conversation with her, it was just like, oh, okay, like I'm good. So, but it felt good to speak with someone that has like that unbiased opinion. So that felt very, very good. Like it felt good to talk to her and then just drop it. Unlike when you're talking to your friends or your family, like you talk to them about something that's bothering you and then they bring it up like 4 months from now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
a family barbecue.
Yeah.
Hey girl, you still sad about that ex?
Yeah, like bro, like I spoke to you about it, like leave it alone. So yeah, so that felt good to just leave it where it was.
Maybe that's what you need. Maybe that's the kind of therapy that you need.
Yeah.
Just like, let me download all of this onto you and then I'll see you next week.
Yeah, and that's literally what it was. Like we would end a session and she's like, if you want, we could bring it up next week. And then, we'll touch on it a little bit, like just to check in to see if I'm still feeling that way from the previous. And 9 times out of 10, I wasn't. And she's like, okay, cool. Let's move on to the next thing. And that was it. Like, I loved that.
Little therapy superstar. Yay! It's funny that you are talking about that because this week I was talking to some colleagues about being the therapist, right? And I essentially was explaining to my colleagues that therapy is not what, like crossing your legs and tell me how you feel, like with a notepad and like
laying on the couch.
Like you're being interrogated. That's not how I approach practice.
Right.
My approach is very lax, very, all right, well, like, let's chat, let's have a little giggle, let's unpack things. I think that when you approach certain people who might be hesitant to therapy in that manner, it feels more like just a genuine conversation than someone psychoanalyzing you.
Yeah.
And it makes it easier to like open up.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm glad that you had that experience and through chat.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. And it was funny because I remember saying, I want to start it by chat because that's what's comfortable for me. And I was expecting her to just be like, all right, well, we did the chat. Like, now I'm going to call you, like, work her way up. And she was just like, whenever you're comfortable, we'll move on. Like, we can keep the chat. Like, I'm cool with that. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, there were days that, honestly, I was in the office and I'm just like, typing away. And I'm chatting with her.
Yeah.
But it was good because, especially if I was at work, like, doing it, because I was just like, I need these people to blank out for like an hour so I could do this. And that's literally what I did.
That's what you
But the chat for me throughout the whole thing, I never called her or I never did like a Zoom with her. Chat is what worked best for me because, again, I'm the type of person where I like to write my feelings out. So even if I was on chat with her, I would reread what was happening. So that helped me reflect as well. So that worked best for me.
Look at you go. Proud of you.
Thanks.
Doing the therapy thing.
Yes.
I've been working a lot on like my advocacy in my current role at work. Shit is really hitting the fan. Shit's hitting the fan. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to do besides, have meetings with like elected officials, and I've been going to City Hall and doing testimonies.
You've been hitting the ground.
Yeah. Like, it's been a great experience to be present in that front, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm used to being present, like face to face with clients, but to be present and upfront and representing them in that way is really powerful.
I was gonna say, do you feel like Superwoman per se? Like, you're out there doing all the things because now you're that person fighting for all the things that you know that are needed for these people.
I wouldn't say that I feel like Superwoman. I think part of it is because I downplay a lot of the things that I do. Like if I don't see a direct result from it, like it kind of like, I did it and it happened. And sometimes I don't sit down and think about the domino effect of what I've done.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just cracked like every bone in my arm. So for example, I went to the Committee on Aging, which is NYC Aging provides funding for older adult services across New York City. This includes like Meals on Wheels, case management, older adult centers, transportation, home care, et cetera, et cetera. And kind of just like advocating for like additional funding for like different kinds of programs or introducing new programs that would expand the way that older adults receive support in the city. And I think the goal for NYC Aging is really creating kind of a multi-generational service or like a resource reservoir of services for the next 50, 100 years to come. Because, we do have a very large aging population in New York City. Mm-hmm. And it's technically only going to go up in the next 15 to 20 years. So when you think about that and then you hear that NYC Aging has to cut their budget by $100 million, you are like, oh, shit. So I've been, I think I've been trying to tap into not like the policy, like, all of these things that could, negatively impact our community, more of like storytelling.
Okay.
I think that it's important to tell people stories. Basically say like, this has happened to me because of your programs or your services or your continued support, right?
Yeah.
I don't even, like, there's just so much going on that I don't even know where to begin, where it ends, where's the middle.
Yeah.
And I anticipated that. I think we spoke about that in the first episode. Like, with our current administration, we're gonna experience a lot of this, a lot of fightbacks, and
I think it's just changing day to day to a point where we can't, for me, I feel like I can't predict what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like before, it was just like, okay, you're saying this now, but maybe there's like that little glimmer of hope. Now there's no hope.
Yeah.
There's no hope.
So I actually wanted to bring something up because me and Lourdes were talking about this a few days ago. That she saw like an Instagram post. I don't know if it was Instagram, some sort of social media post about someone talking about affordable housing in New York City, specifically NYCHA, and how people in NYCHA, like NYCHA is supposed to be temporary housing. People aren't supposed to live there for a long period of time. And I'm just like sitting here thinking, like, do you even know the history of NYCHA?
Many don't.
Do you know the history of NYCHA?
I want to say no. I'm going to say no.
I do. I'm going to drop some facts.
Drop it. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yes.
So NYCHA was created during the Great Depression in New York City. And it was...
I didn't realize it went back that far.
Yeah. I think it was 1938.
Wow.
So it was created to provide affordable housing for families who were greatly impacted by the Great Depression. And like 1938, we were about to enter World War II. Like there was too much going on at the time, right? Okay, cool, NYCHA, we're great, we're living. We get all this money from the government and create all of these communities and developments. And people are moving in, they're building their families, everyone is happy, yada, yada, yada. But then it gets to a point where it's like, okay, all of these middle class, wealthy people who are mostly Caucasian are the ones who are living in these affordable housing units and complex. And they would screen people of color when they would apply for NYCHA apartments, right? And then it became like a race issue, as it usually is.
Of course.
Where, people of color were not allowed to move into NYCHA developments because of the concern of lowering the oh my God, what? I don't own a house. So like, what is the
property value?
Yeah, thank you. Oh God, this is how you know that you're from New York City. You don't even know the terms of owning a home. It would lower the property value of the community and like would bring crime and drug addiction and like blah, 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 blah. And so there was like court cases where people of color and communities of color were fighting against NYCHA to stop like, screening people based off the color of their skin or like if they had income, what their income was, because the basis of NYCHA is affordable housing.
Right.
However, the affordable housing was only for people that they deemed
they could afford it.
Correct. So, yes, cool. That is the history of NYCHA.
Didn't know that. Glad I know it.
Sometimes when you get a second master's degree, you have to write papers on things.
See, I'm just a history nerd, so I enjoy these little bits of conversation.
And
so
if I'm wrong,
let us know.
Let me know. Shoot me an email, frenchfriesandfeelings@gmail.com. But I feel like
that's correct.
That's correct. Like something in my frontal lobe told me that all the information is correct. So fast forward to like the 70s. Okay. People of color moving in to NYCHA. There's no restrictions. And then it's like the crack epidemic. And the crack epidemic.
Yes.
Whoa, when crack hit the streets, it was crazy. So we had a lot of drug addiction and we had a lot of mental health issues and we had a lot of poverty and broken families and like all the things that America likes to pin on people of color in this country is what NYCHA buildings and communities were
now represents.
Right. Which then goes to years and years and years worth of underfunding from the government because they're like, well, they treat their apartment or this place like shit, so we're not going to even invest money into it. And now here we are in 2025 where now NYCHA is selling buildings off to like private owners. And they have like a bill of like $40 billion worth of capital projects that they need to complete.
Jesus.
So you're talking about how people who live in NYCHA should not be living there for a long period of time. Cool. Where are they supposed to go?
I was just going to say.
Eggs are $20. Where would you like them to go?
Oh, my God.
I don't understand.
And then not only that, but it's just like in the realm of quote unquote affordable housing. Like yesterday, as a matter of fact, I went onto the... What is it? NYC Connects? Is that the site for the lotteries and things like that?
Housing Connect.
Housing Connect. That's it.
See? Housing Connect. I've put in some applications.
No,
if you're listening.
But what I'm saying is like it's listed as affordable housing. But then when you look at the income ranges, and it's just like, for all of that, I'll just get a regular apartment.
No, let me pull up Housing Connect because like I really need people to hear the absolute
Like I saw,
disgusting.
I forget where it was
prices.
in the Bronx in the Bronx, my old hood in that area.
Shout out to your old hood. Hunts Point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Hunts Point.
In that area, a studio apartment in a new development for the quote unquote top tier of the range of the price ranges.
Mm-hmm.
A studio apartment was almost $3,000.
Where? $3,000 where?
Like, why?
Eggs are $20.
Who is that affordable for? Because it's not affordable for me.
Not I. Eggs are $20. I'm not going to stop saying that. Eggs are $20. What do you mean $3,000 a month on top of eggs? Are you crazy?
And that includes no utilities or anything. That's just your
absolutely
rent.
Not. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I'm on Housing Connect because, like, I literally sometimes I get emails like, "We have a new listing on Housing Connect." I'm like, "Oh yes, queen, let me see."
No.
I wish this page would load just a little bit faster so I can just start screaming the way that I want to. And Gmail, hit me up, girl, because like, why is this taking so long? Yeah, no, it's not affordable for anyone. Like, what do you mean?
I don't want it.
I don't want it. I don't want it either. I really need to. Okay, here we go. An apartment building in Brooklyn, Atlantic Avenue. Income level served, meaning the minimum income to the maximum income. $114,000 to $250,000.
Gay.
Where is that affordable? Let's move on because it gets better.
Oh no.
Another building in Brooklyn, on Bedford Avenue. Minimum income, $124,000. Where? Again, where?
Who is making this kind of money? I mean, obviously people are making that kind of money.
People. Not me. I wish. I wish. But
welcome to social services, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. You know, we can only get as much as they are willing to give us.
And it's nothing.
And
they're giving us
crumbs.
I was gonna say headaches.
Crumbs and headaches. Yeah, so like for a building like this, your rent is like $3,300. Where is that affordable?
For a 1-bedroom?
For a studio?
No.
Yes. You want me to live in a box for $33,000
and not even be there because 10 hours of the day I'm at work to pay for this box?
Yes. Oh my God. Like, what do you mean? I have to pay $3,300
oh my God.
a month. I'm paying like $100 a day to sleep in a box.
And keep my clothes warm.
Like I'm a mouse. I'm not a mouse. I'm a human being with feelings. I deserve cheaper rent.
Yeah.
$3,300 for me to still go to work on the train, for people to still pull the emergency brake on the train
and make me 20 minutes late.
Make me late.
Oh my God.
What kind of life is this?
I don't want it.
And again, eggs are $20. Eggs are $20.
Oh my God. I can't.
Eggs are $20. People are selling individual eggs.
I saw that. I think they're selling Lucy's for eggs. Like
I have never in my young life seen anybody sell individual eggs.
Imagínate, you go to the bodega and the guys on the corner like just flashing like, I got Lucy's. You want
Stop.
Lucy's? And it's like 3 little Ziplocs of eggs.
This is sickening. You can't even make egg salad. And now we have tariffs. Tequila, gone. The avocados, gone. What am I gonna do? Chipotle?
We're gonna be making pitorro in the house. That's what we're gonna be doing.
Shout out to Puerto Rican pitorro because like that's the only we're gonna be making moonshine in our closets.
Facts.
What is going on?
We're just surviving.
No.
Somehow.
No. This is not surviving.
I said somehow.
Hell no. This is not survival. This is not. This is low power mode. We are on low power mode right now. Eggs are $20. I can't. Like I can't stop saying it. The birds are sick.
Last time I had eggs.
The birds are sick. Eggs are $20.
The birds are sick.
Like, rent is $3,300 for a box.
With no closets.
And then here's another thing. Here's another thing. This really has turned into like reasons why we can't stand New York City. I love the fact that they are building all these new affordable buildings, right? All these buildings, high-rise buildings, 15, 20 floors, gorgeous balconies, you know, all the...
In low-income neighborhoods where no one can afford them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, in-unit washer and dryer, stainless steel. Cool. Love that. Now, did you ever sit down and think, hey, I just built 500 new apartments on this one block, and maybe a good portion of these people have cars. Where are they going to park their cars?
Girl, don't get me started on parking. Parking is the bane of my existence.
Where are they parking their cars?
Hours. Literal hours to find parking. Like, there's days, literally, I have it down to a science now in my neighborhood. Wednesday mornings, I am up at 4 a.m.
You wake up at the literal, not even the ass crack. The shadow of the ass crack of dawn.
Literally, to find parking, because I realized that in my neighborhood, all the Uber drivers and the taxi drivers, they're out at that time of day. So somebody's bound to leave and they're going to leave their spot. So I get up that early, take my dogs with me. So now it's a pack walk at this point.
Okay.
Hop in the car, circle around, park the car, keep walking the dogs, and then finally go home to take a nap to get up at 6:30 to now go to work.
No.
Yep.
Somebody called me and they said no. So I needed to relay the message to you because no. And you're waking your poor dogs up at 4 a.m. They're all confused, drooling, like, Mom, where are we going?
Yeah.
In a car at 4 a.m.
Yep. Oh, no, but it's to the point now where my younger dog, if I take him out, like when the sun is out, he doesn't want to go.
He's a vampire.
He's terrified to be outside during the daytime.
He's Edward Cullen. Does he shine like a diamond in the sky?
No.
In the sunlight?
No.
Damn. It's a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
And we should get him a little coffin, a little like, fangs. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Around the corner, basically, because eggs are $20 and life is not real. Yeah, where are these people parking? That's what I want to know. Not only do you build all these nice buildings, gorgeous, in neighborhoods that are low income and already had issues with parking, but then you want to put congestion pricing? I'm already congested.
See that? It bothers me, but at the same time, it doesn't affect me because I really don't drive into the city.
You know what? You're lucky.
But what does bother me are all the freaking city bikes that's taking up the parking.
How about you just go and get your own bike?
Facts.
You ever thought about that?
Because by me, there's 1, 2, 3.
No.
3 stretches, literally on my one block.
No.
From literally one end to the other end. There's 3 stretches of city bikes.
No.
There's about maybe 10 racks per branch. I don't know. There's like 2 actual bikes on each rack. For what?
I don't understand.
But you're taking up parking and it's annoying.
I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. I just want to live a life of peace. I want eggs to be regular price again. I don't want to have to fight people. You know, like going to the grocery store and like looking at people like, are we going to have to fight? Like, should we
for the last carton of
should we split this? Like, we have to ration eggs and then I have to live in a box. I have no parking. Okay. I have to sleep in my car. I don't even have a car, by the way. Like, I have a learner's permit. I know how to drive. I just haven't taken the road test.
Girl.
I don't want any judgment.
Okay.
Okay? Because I don't know how to parallel park. I can do everything else with that.
Oh, we got this now.
The strife of a New York City girl is parallel parking. And also, why am I getting a license and I'm not getting a car? Because I have nowhere to park it.
See, that was my mentality back in the day. And then as I got older, I was just like, I can't do this. So
I'm not waking up at 4 a.m. I promise you. You know what? I can't even say that because update on my life. I adopted a dog. Did I say that in the last episode?
No.
I adopted a dog. I adopted a golden doodle, my little precious angel, who likes to wake me up in the middle of the night because she has to pee.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm crate training her.
It's puppy mode.
And she's like, yeah, wake up, Mom. I don't care if it's 2 a.m. She literally did this to me last night. 1:55 a.m. I'm like on my third dream. Okay. My hair is wrapped. I'm sleeping. Gone to the world. I start hearing her barking. Immediately I'm up. I feel like a parent.
Mm-hmm.
Like I gave birth to this dog, right? I'm like, girl, do you see the time? She barks again. I'm like, fine. Let her go. She does her little business. And I'm like, oh, okay, good. Let's go back to sleep. No, she wasn't done. I put her back in the crate and she starts barking me again. Like, bestie, I still have my rounds to do. And I'm like, okay, girl, let me let you out again. Let her out again. She does some more business. I said, good job. Let me give you a treat. Living your best life, right? We didn't fall back asleep till 3 o'clock.
I believe it.
Because she thought it was playtime.
Yep.
It is 2:45 in the morning. I am an employee. I wake up. I have to work so I can buy you treats. And you are disturbing my peace, my sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a parent.
Yep.
So you think, I guess I'm now well equipped to wake up at the shadow of the ass crack of dawn to move my vehicle.
There you go.
But given my experience since adopting this dog, no, it's still a no. Do you have to put on pants? Like, you wear pants?
No, if people see me at that time, I look absolutely insane. My hair is like at the top of my forehead and like this big thing of curls. Mm-hmm. I have a whatever coat I grab out the closet. Mm-hmm. And my full pajamas under.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And sneakers. That is my 4 a.m. dog walking attire.
No.
But my dogs are cute because they have their coats on because it's cold outside.
And you had the energy to put your dogs in a coat?
I have to because if not, they're going to freeze.
No. See?
Well, my senior dog at least because he's a little person.
Yeah, he's an older adult.
Yeah. He's an older adult.
Wait till you tell your dog that we're losing $100 million. Oh, shout out to your dogs.
But FYI, there is social services for pets.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, we have some untapped territory that we need to enter.
Yes. Shout out to Paws NY. Social services for dogs.
What do they do?
So they partner with mainly older adults who can no longer fully care for their pet. So they'll send volunteers to, if needed, to foster while the client is in the hospital or away or whatever the case is. They send volunteers to walk the dogs and to, do kitty litter and all those things. So yeah.
I love that. Yes. How come I didn't think of that?
I don't know.
We should have thought about that.
Yeah, but they're an awesome organization.
Shout out to Paws and Y.
Mm-hmm.
Paws and Y. We love you. Mm-hmm. I say all of this to say that life is not affordable.
No.
And I'm not like, where are people moving if they can't stay in NYCHA? Where rent, some people pay like $100 in rent.
Yeah.
But
like the crazy thing is that they're saying like, that they should, it's not a lifetime thing or whatever the case is. However, I remember, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, I was on like one of the city council meetings or something with one of the council members. And she specifically said, for this new generation of older adults that are coming in, technically baby boomers, stay your ass in your house because there's nowhere for you to go.
Nowhere.
There's no apartments.
And you know what's also funny? Housing Connect has certain buildings for seniors, right?
The wait list is ginormous.
That's not even the wait list. The income. You mean to tell me that a senior who's most likely retired is making a minimum of $60,000 a year?
Not even close.
Where they can move, like,
not even close.
Like, what are you saying to me right now?
Because most of the seniors that I've encountered, not including the clients that I currently assist, their main source of income is Social Security.
Yeah. And they're not even touching $20,000 a year.
Barely.
So,
barely.
Where am I, New York City.
Get it together.
Please, hit my line. Okay. Housing
Here to
Connect.
help.
Please,
We
stop.
want to help.
Stop.
We
HPD.
went to school to help.
We did.
FYI, also, I want to make it known.
Here we go.
I am not a licensed social worker.
Do people think that you're a licensed social worker? You might as well be. At this
Exactly.
point,
like, people think that I am, but I am not.
This is your graduation. I'm going to play, like, pomps and circumstance.
I'm an unofficial licensed social worker?
This is your graduation.
Oh, okay.
I'm designating you as a licensed social worker because there's no way that you've been through what you've been through and you're not a social worker.
Girl, if I've told you the story as to why I didn't get that far, no. Oh, you're so nice.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
From the University of Justine.
I'll take it.
I now declare you an honorary licensed social worker.
Can I add that to my resume?
Yes, you can.
Can I get more money?
Yes. If Trump can have a university,
bro,
so can I. If Diddy could get an honorary doctorate degree, you can be an... Come on.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
You have successfully maneuvered and cured social work.
I cured?
Yeah, you did it. I determined today,
okay,
March, what day is it? The
5th.
You cured social work. I'm so proud.
Okay.
But you don't need to have the degree if you have, well, I can't even say that because
exactly.
They're like, you need to have a degree. They don't like care about the experience. However, in my personal and honest opinion, experience trumps everything.
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely.
So, welcome to the license. I'm not a licensed social worker, but
you're a licensed mental health therapist. So,
yeah, but like people don't really recognize. Okay, so some context. I have some mental health interns working with me at my job, and they're getting their master's in counseling psychology, and with the hopes of eventually also being licensed mental health counselors. And they are getting like social services case management experience for the first time. They have no idea like about connecting clients to like, you know, resources. SNAP, Medicaid renewals, like all the benefits that we have done, we're so used to doing that we could do with our eyes closed at this point. They have never experienced, right? They go into class with their other classmates who are in other sites where it's like sit down talk therapy, and they're not getting that experience. And so they feel like, or at least maybe in the beginning they felt like, oh, maybe this is not the right place. Now, I personally had case management experience before I started grad school. So even when, like, even my internship, I was a case manager, right? And I also found out from them that they don't even have to take abnormal psychology.
I thought, wasn't that like a prereq at some point?
Yeah, now it's not required. So you're telling me that some of these people are going to their job sites where they are in like...
in a mental health capacity.
Correct. Or like supportive housing.
Right.
Or like daily programs for mentally ill individuals who have bipolar, schizophrenia, schizoaffective. Like,
so how are they learning to deal with these types of people?
They don't.
Just on the job training.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. So then when they talk about their experience to their classmates are like, oh, well, damn, like I wish I knew that. I wish that I was getting that experience. So, like, I don't understand. How did we get here? Also, I lost my train of thought. I have no idea why I started talking about this. It's 7:45 p.m. It's raining outside. Eggs are $20. I went to work today. How did we get here?
I don't know, but
why did I start talking about this?
I don't know.
Miles, do you know? Damn, Miles doesn't even know.
We just went off on a tangent.
We did. I'm so upset. I'm so mad about eggs. And I'm so mad about it. I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Well, speaking of like how things have evolved.
Oh, Lord.
From that short time from when you took that class to present, which is insane.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a history nerd. Okay. I enjoy these things.
Okay.
So based on our last episode with Lourdes, who had asked, like, where would we be without social work or social services?
I totally forgot.
So I fixated on that. That's just me.
That makes one.
I looked it up.
Okay. So this is a real thing.
This is a real thing.
Okay.
So the first social work class was offered at Columbia University in 1898.
Nice.
So it goes back very, very far.
Okay.
But then I looked up just to see, like, the first Black or Latino social workers. Mm-hmm. The earliest documented that I can find for Black social workers wasn't until, like, the 40s, the 1940s.
I'm not going to lie. I thought you were going to say, like, the 70s. So I'm actually impressed.
The earliest was like the 1940s.
Okay.
Majority women.
Of course.
One man. Huh. He didn't come around to like the 60s though.
Was he like the leader of the whole thing?
No, okay. I don't know. And then the Latino social worker is a man.
Okay.
And that wasn't until like the 60s, 70s.
Okay.
So we're making strides.
We are. We are making strides, and it's fantastic that you are now part of the social work.
I'm going to go to work tomorrow and tell my supervisor,
no,
like,
you are.
I am licensed. You pay me now.
No, yes. I'm going to get you a plaque. I'm going to get you, like, one of those name things that you put on your desk. Yeah, no.
I have one, but I don't think I can rock it at work because of what it says.
What does it say?
It says boss bitch on it.
But you are a boss bitch, and therefore they don't have to be in your business. You're boss bitch LMSW.
Imagine. That'd be so dope.
I'm going to get you that.
I love it.
Boss bitch, LMSW. Oh, you know what? We'll just bump it up to C. I mean, like, if we're just...
I wouldn't do clinical.
You wouldn't do clinical?
No.
Why not?
No quiero.
So just the M?
Yeah, I'm good with the M.
Boss bitch LMSW. How does that feel?
Feels great.
That should be your signature. Not for work, though, because then you'll be unemployed. Bitch,
be in a lot of trouble.
But your personal email?
That'd be funny as hell.
Sincerely, boss bitch LMSW. Again, how did we get here?
I don't know, but...
History of social work.
History of social work. So if you guys know any other historical facts within this field of social work, social services, mental health, please let us know.
Please. I feel like I'm culturally obligated to know history about this. I don't remember. I know the important things.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. And I'm able to do the things.
There you go.
And that's all that matters, right?
Yep.
No. There's more that matters. I would say. No?
No.
Okay, great. So what did we learn today?
We learned that New York is broken and eggs are expensive.
Eggs are $20. Oh, and there's no parking.
And there's no parking anywhere in New York City.
And how do we navigate that?
There's times where I wish like we were like in the Jetsons and I could just like hover my car over other cars. Or like bumper cars, like bump them out the way. That'd be great.
We should have had flying cars by now.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean I have glasses that can record things and like
but I can't drive over people.
Things while I wear them. But I can't drive in the air. I can't have a car that also turns into a boat. Are you saying, like, what if I wanted for my lunch break to just like hang out with dolphins, you know? Just
where are you going with dolphins in New York?
I don't know. I feel like maybe we'd figure it out, but I don't even have the option. And that really irritates me. Like, what if I just wanted to drive right into Coney Island? Lunch, stop at Nathan's, get a few dogs. Not those fries, because y'all know how I feel about Nathan's fries. Sorry, Nathan's. And just like drive to the middle of wherever, Long Island, ocean, right? A few dolphins. Chop it up.
I did see dolphins in Long Island. So you can go to Long Island.
I saw a whale in Long Island.
Did you?
Yes. I went to Robert Moses Beach the day of a...
I feel like this whole conversation, eclipse? You know that that meme where dogs are just like, they're doing whatever and it's like squirrel? Yeah. I think that's this entire episode.
Yes. And that's fine. Yeah. Because it's 8 p.m. and we both work today. Usually you guys get us like in the morning on a weekend.
Where we're just chilling.
We're refreshed. We're ready to take on the day. No, you get us.
After we've spoken to everybody in the world.
We are unhinged right now.
Yeah.
We are in rare form. So I
don't know if we're going to do any more weekday episodes. So enjoy it.
Enjoy the most unhinged episode you'll ever have. No, we should have flying cars by now.
Okay, so we learned New York is broken. We need flying cars. There's no parking and eggs are expensive.
Oh, and NYCHA's not temporary housing.
Correct.
Because I'm not paying $3,300 to live in a shoebox. Just because it has a washer and dryer inside. Like really? That's the selling point?
Yeah.
And like, sure, like the stainless steel appliances.
Yeah.
Like according to Nene Leakes from Real Housewives of Atlanta, a white refrigerator is a no.
I have a white refrigerator.
Oh. Ooh, we'll talk about that separately. We got to find you a home, girl. But there is no home because everything's expensive and eggs are $20. Maybe next episode will be a little bit more optimistic.
We'll see.
No.
All right.
We just have just feelings.
Yeah, and we still got no papitas.
And
all right.
That's it.
Good night.
Good night.